Have they paid already? They pay yesterday?
No.
But yeah, it is that day that day that's like a friend that shows up with good vibes. No stress. Just says, let's get things done. But chill while we do it.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, do you know that history has shown that Tuesday is the day when most people embrace and get love?
Are you
On
serious?
Tuesdays, yes.
Tuesdays,
yes.
That's interesting. Well, it's going to be a Show Love Tuesday today. You can catch us live on tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website.
Yes, or you can go on GOTV channel 16 UHF 49, and we're streaming everywhere on your favorite socials. You know, on TVC Entertainment _ on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok. We're everywhere, guys. We're everywhere.
So the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC is very important. Hopefully you're crushing the goals already this week. Maybe you're just warming up your engine, but not to worry. We are on this ride with you.
Yes, we are. We are with you. So let's tell them the highlights for today.
So we have on this ride with us an amazing chef, Chef Oribebe. I was going to say Oribebe.
Oh, no. Oribebe. Oh, look at her. Oh, give us a wave.
Hi. How's it going? Fine. She's looking ready and set. I saw her prepping earlier on. She looks like she's going to be cooking up a storm. Smoky suya jollof rice with honey glazed chicken, people.
Wow.
Yeah. That's going to be a tasty Tuesday.
Yes, smoky Tuesday as well. All right, now for a musical performance, we have Winnie Ezeme, who will be lifting our souls today. Now, she's an anointed gospel artist, songwriter, dynamic performer, committed to spreading the transformative message of Christ worldwide. We cannot wait to hear those amazing tunes.
Yes, indeed. Then we are joined by Tofumi Akisheye, a visionary magazine publisher and PR specialist, fueled by unwavering passion for storytelling and a relentless dedication to showcasing extraordinary talent that Africa, particularly Nigerians, contributes to global entertainment.
All right, now on parenting, we'll be discussing to spank or not to spank. Rethinking discipline in the toddler's years with the dynamic entrepreneur, early childhood education expert, Juliet Usiakpo. All right, we can't wait for that one. To spank or not to Judith Usiakpo. Now, we can't wait for that one, meaning to spank or not to spank. That's a very interesting topic right there.
You know, that saying, spare the rod, spoil the child. Actually, I think we've been spoiling the child with the rod because there are a lot of things that come with, spanking the child. It's not just about spanking, if you ask me. But that's a conversation for later on.
All right, now for a final conversation, we are going to be joined by actor and Christian content creator Iyo Prosper. He has carved a unique niche by blending faith, culture, and comedy, making the Bible relatable for a new generation of Nigerian audiences. We cannot wait. This guy won the AMVCA for Digital Content Creator of the Year. And that is huge. Amazing. We cannot wait to hear his story and have a great performance with him.
Okay, so it is a packed show, everyone, and we are looking forward to so many different aspects of it. But before you start your day, we need to let you know what the weather's like.
Yes, so let's check out the weather.
20th day in the month of May 2025, and this is the news. My name is Ime Okoche. Nigerians in Diaspora Commission has facilitated the return of daughter of actress Jumoke George from Mali. Miss Adiola, the 41-year-old daughter of veteran Yoruba actress Jumoke George, was found in Mali after being declared missing for 4 years. Mrs. George had earlier revealed the disappearance of her daughter during an interview. She stated that Adiola had been living with her grandmother in Ibadan and was last seen after informing the family she was traveling to Lagos.
She gave me the number of that there. I will be living with her. Then from there, I'm going to work. She will get it. So the girl now came that, so now you then bring for me. I say, I don't understand. She cannot speak English. She's broken. So I said, okay, so what's in the happen now? The girl not tell you, say she sell you for me. Are you kidding me? She sell me to you, and you go pay me 1.5 million. Nah, you didn't want me. The money where my family go, your family, I'll be waiting. Are you see me like this? Me, I feel balance 1.5 million. You they want, they look face. They don't send them, so they don't send them. Even if she not say like mama me that they bring, she not go allow me they bring them for her.
There's no way you'd have even saved up anything. This journey cost us almost 500,000 naira to put you on that bus to get here. So now we're glad you're here, but what do you want to do moving on? And now I want you to tell everybody that it's all a lie they tell you. It's all a lie. So if anybody comes to you and says you're going to any country, you're going to work, it is a lie. So you're going to be one of our ambassadors to let everybody that it's all a lie.
Speaking on our program Beyond the Headlines, the chairman, CEO of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, says with the recent surge on trafficked victims, the commission is declaring war on human trafficking in the country.
NAPTIP, we were together with the NAPTIP DJ a few days ago. It's really, NAPTIP is set up for trafficking. But being in the diaspora, like when they call us for help, we have to intervene. So how to deal with trafficking is NAPTIP that will talk about that. But the key thing is, like this girl said, it's all a lie. And there's always a relative. It's all a lie. Then they paint rosy pictures. It's all a lie. Nigeria you're running away from is better than where you're running to. So really, more massive awareness.
But you're in government and you speak closely with NAPTIP. Are you worried about this development?
Oh yes, but there should be.
Should it be
like
priority for the Tinubu administration?
Yes, declare a war against human trafficking. But we need a whole of governance and whole of society approach to the issue of trafficking.
Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, has ordered the immediate redeployment of 5 judges across various judicial divisions of the courts. Justice M. Umar has been moved from the Enugu Judicial Division to Abuja. Justice Tinjani Ringim from the Gombe Division will now move to the Yola Division. Justice Shegun Bello has redeployed from the Abakaliki Division to the Enugu Division. Also redeployed are Justice Bala Usman from the Yola Division to the Orka Division and Justice Amina Mohammed from the Orka Division to the Gombe Division. A statement by the Director of Information at the Federal High Court, Catherine Christopher, says that the deployments take immediate effect. Judges currently resident in the Abakaliki and Katsina Judicial Divisions are to assume responsibility for all cases within their jurisdiction until further notice. The statement also mentioned that all cases previously assigned to Court Number 5 in the Abuja Judicial Division will now be handed by the judge redeployed to Abuja for that purpose. President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau, has officially assumed office as the new president of the West African Football Union, WAFU, Zone B. Gusau's elevation to the regional leadership role was confirmed on Monday, following the resignation of Mr. Kurt Edwin Simon Okraku, president of the Ghana Football Association. Okraku stepped down from the WAFO-B presidency after securing a seat on the executive committee of the Federation of African Football (CAF) 2 months ago. Gusau's new position places him at the forefront of football development in the West African sub-region, where expectations are high for improved collaborations, competitions, and grassroots growth. Brighton's Jack Hinshelwood sailed a dramatic 3-2 victory against Liverpool on Monday to leave the Premier League champions without a win since clinching the title. Amos Sloth's side took the lead through Harvey Elliott's early opener before Yassin Ayari equalized at the Amex Stadium. Dominic Soboslai restored Liverpool's advantage just before the interval, but Brighton staged a late fight back as Karo Mitoma leveled before Hinshelwood came off the bench to net with his first touch. Liverpool have taken just 1 point from their 3 matches following the title-clinching route of Tottenham on April 27. And that's all we can take on the news for now. The show continues shortly. Stay with us, people.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. You're my provider. You're my provider.
All right. We are in the kitchen. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and you guys know how much I love to talk about food, and we always love to cook here, right? Yeah. Right? Now, we have an amazing chef with us today. Now, it's the first time on the show, and we're super excited to have Chef Oribebe. Drum roll, please. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
So, Oribebe, is it Wari? Is it Edo?
I'm actually Yoruba.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yoruba?
Yeah.
How? It sounds like a very Oribebe.
I know. It's a name given to me by my dad. Since I was little.
Nice. I'm sure he doesn't even pronounce it as Oribebe. Maybe it's Oribabes. Oribabes.
Actually, some of my clients call me that.
They call it Oribabes.
Yeah.
They're the ones that want you to reduce your prices. Don't mind them. Don't allow them to use Oribabes for you. Oribebe is your name.
I know.
All right, so tell us, what are we making today?
Okay. For the main dish, you are making smoking suya jollof rice.
All right, smoking suya jollof rice. That's awesome. Smoking suya jollof rice.
With honey glazed chicken.
Honey glazed chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, what do we have here? What are the ingredients here? Just tell me.
This, we have onions and garlic.
All right, onions, garlic.
Yeah, this butter, this groundnut oil, this bay leaf. This paprika, curry, thyme. This is the suya pepper.
That's the suya pepper?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this suya beef too. Then this is seasoning cube, salt, tomato paste, and just for garnish, this is yellow pepper, carrots, rice, and the jollof base, and the meat stock.
All right, that's really awesome. I mean, jollof rice is one meal that, you know, I don't think if you'd ask anyone to name their top 3 meals ever, you know, everybody would mention jollof rice.
For sure.
All right, so mention your top 3, just
for me.
Yes, top 3 meals.
Jollof rice, of course, first.
Jollof rice, yes.
Funny things. I like to drink Gary.
Oribebe.
Yeah.
What? You like to drink Gary?
Yes, it's my favorite, so I cannot deny it.
I don't know how to respond to that. Oribebe, this is not the idea. Okay, anyway, Gary.
Yes, and plantain.
Plantain with what?
Anything, egg, fried egg, though. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I also loved, you know, jollof rice, and especially jollof rice with salad and all the rest. You know, there is no event you'd actually attend today that you would not find jollof rice.
It must be there.
Yes, jollof rice is the go-to meal for every celebration, every birthday party, any event. Jollof rice is just that.
It's always
it's just that meal.
It's that guy.
Yeah, but you're doing yours differently today. You have suya
infused in it.
All right, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
You know, the suya pepper.
Suya pepper, yeah.
Yes, how is this suya pepper made actually?
Okay, it has a lot of things in it, but the major one is granite or kuli. That's what gives that granite flavor, and some pepper, some seasonings, and all of that.
All right, cool. That's awesome. So, what is the first step? And I also noticed that you have this foil, a foil under the.
Just to make it smoky.
Oh, smoky.
Yeah. That's why I'm even using this specific pot. Yeah, this steel pot.
I see what you're doing there. You know one thing. Have you ever heard that? Burial jollof rice is the best jollof rice. Have you ever heard that statement before?
Yes, I've heard, of course.
So I don't know, because I've never really. When I go out like this, I just eat. I don't really look whether it's burial, it's wedding, or it's anniversary. I just eat. But there's always this thing with burial jollof rice, and then you tell you also wedding rice. I
don't know about that one, but I just feel if you can make your jollof rice very well.
So what makes it special? What makes it different?
I feel the smokiness adds to it.
Because I have a cousin at home who makes jollof rice, but it's not as beautiful as it is when I go outside to eat. So what do you think is wrong?
Firstly, the kind of pot you use. That I make sure that I bought this kind of pot. Secondly, I feel this step by step. People don't know how to build flavors in their meal. They just cook.
So it's about building the flavors the right way.
Yeah,
all right. And you're going to show us how to build those flavors.
That's why we're here.
I always like to, help out when people are making rice. You know why?
Why?
Because we rise by lifting others.
Don't leave me.
I've left you alone. Baby, you like Gary? I'm not going to forget you. If I see you anyway, I say that chef, she likes Gary.
Everybody knows me already, so it's not.
For Gary?
Don't worry.
Have you ever thought about making something special like Gary and rice?
Oh, please.
Gary rice.
I'll make it for you.
No, don't make it. Don't make it for me. I don't take Gary now. I stopped taking Gary at the age of 5, thereabouts. Since then, I don't take Gary anymore.
Yeah, I don't know about
Jesus,
that.
I'm serious.
Everybody knows me already.
So. No, I don't take Gary. As a matter of fact, even when I eat my eba, I don't chew it. I just swallow. It doesn't touch my throat. I just straight down, serious, because I don't want the Gary to touch me.
Okay, no problem.
But let's talk more about jollof rice. Okay. Now we have, of course, different types of rice. We have fried rice, we have jollof rice, we have coconut rice. Sure. What other rice do you know? So let's do. Do you know this game? Name. Okay. Well, let's play name quickly. All right. So we're going to do names of types of rice.
I hope you lose.
I would lose.
Don't worry. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. You know what's going to happen, guys. All right. If I lose, you would actually get me a meal.
Okay.
Outside, you make a special meal for me.
No
name.
Wait, who's going first before you choose?
I'm going first.
Okay.
Name. Names of rice that we know. No. All right. I start by saying white rice.
Dirty rice.
Jollof rice.
Jambalaya rice.
Rich rice.
Native rice.
Fried rice.
Coconut rice.
Declan rice.
Asun rice. What was that?
You don't know Declan rice?
Okay.
Declan rice. Declan rice is a type of rice now.
Please.
Declan rice. You don't know Declan rice?
I don't know. Scam.
Oh, wow. Declan rice. When you get home, just browse on Declan rice. And you will see that there's a rice like Declan rice.
Oh, yeah, tell me the recipe. How do we cook it?
So you get Declan. You don't know Declan?
Please don't kill me.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. It's very incredible that you don't even know Declan rice and you call yourself a master chef. Okay, all right, finally. It's super amazing that you're here. We're super happy to have you here. Yeah. We cannot wait, guys. We cannot wait to yeah, I'm sure we'd love it. I am super sure we'd love it. Oh, wow. You know what? Let's start. Let's start. So what's the first step? Tell us, what's the first step?
First step is going in with your butter and your groundnut oil.
Okay.
And when the butter melts, you go in with your onions. Because onions are
you talked about flavoring and getting the flavors the right way. I'm just curious here. Because, like, again, I said, I have a cousin at home who makes jollof rice and she doesn't know how to make jollof rice at all. That girl's jollof rice. Don't make jollof rice for me again.
Don't worry. When you get to me, I'm going to suffer it. I'm not going to be there.
All right. All right, so just please tell us now. Let's start. Okay.
So we go in with the butter and the groundnut.
Let me help you out with this and then we just start, As you're doing it, as you're cooking, you're just telling us how to go about it. Okay, now put this on. Yep. How much do you want the pot to be?
Just medium it.
All right, cool. All right, I think that's okay. All right, so just go ahead.
Open it first and
wow. Now, for those of you that are home right now, this is how Oribebe makes hers. So it's very interesting that you watch, you follow us, and you take notes. You take your pen and you just jot things out. And you jot things down as she makes it. You want to use more?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, now, I think her 9 is the highest.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
can reduce it later.
Yeah, you can always reduce it whenever you want, how you love to do it. All right. So, let's start.
Let's see.
All right, so you need the... Yeah, so I think the first thing is let the pot get hot, the heat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let it get hot for some minutes, and then we'll now apply the oil.
Yeah.
Yes. And what happens after that?
After the oil and the butter, the next is the onions, then the garlic.
All right. Also,
give them time to fry. Then afterwards,
like how long? How long are you going to give them time for?
Like 3, 4,
and 5 minutes. Yeah, all right. Just some few minutes. All right. Now, for those of you that are home and you're probably wondering how you can actually make this, it is actually very, very easy. All you have to do is look at the ingredients. All right. Take down the ingredients on your screen right now. Take a screenshot, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just go back, pause the video, and write them down. Take a screenshot and just follow us. If you have all these ingredients at home, I think these are things that everyone should be able to get at home. Except maybe the suya,
That's very easy. You can go into any supermarket.
Yeah, just get it. Just look at all the ingredients right now on your screen, and write them down. And you can join us as well. And you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's just see how you made yours. All right, tell us how you mix the flavors. What makes yours different from Oribebe's own?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Now I think it is time. All right. So the first thing is you're putting the butter first. I think you said we're going to put the oil first. Anyone works. It doesn't change the flavor. It doesn't change anything. Nice.
Just want this one to melt.
Okay, just want this to melt for a bit. Oh, nice. I always enjoy the idea of the butter, how butter feels, especially when there is sun. So it just has this soft feel. Nice. When a bar of butter melts, it's always beautiful. It is beautiful. Nice. Have you ever heard the slang before? I don't know if you've ever heard this from anybody tell you, you feel like jollof rice. Have you ever heard that slang before? You feel like jollof rice?
No, I've not heard.
But what do you think it would mean? If someone tells you, you feel like jollof rice, what do you think that would mean?
I feel...
If you were to give it like your own meaning,
rice.
Someone says, sorry, Oribebe, sorry, excuse me, you now stop. It's like, can I talk to you for a bit? You're like, yes. What's your name? I say, my name is Henry. What's your name? Oribebe. Oh, wow, you feel like jollof rice.
I feel spicy, sweet.
Spicy? All right, spicy, sweet. Okay, what else? Delicious.
Yeah, and I probably smell good because there's always this aroma from jollof rice.
Yes, I think I like the definition. So you have spicy, feel. You also feel delicious as well. If someone says, "Oh, you look jollof rice, you look delicious," that's nice. What about fried rice? If someone says, "Oh, you're giving me some fried rice feel."
Okay, I feel colorful. I don't know.
Wow.
So I feel our butter is well melted already. So we're going into our onions.
Yeah. Go ahead. And let me just ask this here. So if humans were meals, all right, what meal do you think you would take? If humans were meals, and tell me why. Don't say Gary. Don't say Gary. I don't want to hear Gary here. I don't want to cause. I don't know why you like Gary so much. But if humans were meals, what meal do you think you would take?
Oh God, what meal will I be?
Yeah, I'll tell you mine once you say yours.
I think I'll be pounded yam and egusi.
Why? Why pounded yam though?
I might like the process might feel hard,
yeah,
but I'm actually soft. Yeah, I'm actually very soft.
Okay, so the process. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I like that definition though. It is strong. All right, the process might be hard, but you're actually a soft person inside. Yeah. Ooh, lovely. Nice. Yeah. I think for me, I am noodles.
Very easy to make.
No. That's not why I'm noodles though. It's not because I'm very easy to make. I'm noodles because I am soft, I am easy, I am gentle. I'm a gentle. See, if you do your nose like that again, don't do your nose like that on this show.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are going to be going on a short break, but please do not go anywhere. Do not leave your screen at all, because Wake Up Nigeria continues after this short break. We still have the amazing, the electrifying, the beautiful, the electrifying. Oribebe is here. All right, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. The Gary champion, by the way. Gary champion.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barka mu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Entertainment to me is everything. Entertainment is surrounding myself with loved ones, family, watching some good television shows, TV series, listening to good music, and taking a trip around the world, seeing new places and interacting with different people, and also having a feel of different culture and people all around the world. So for me, I would say entertainment is life. It's larger than life.
Hey, thanks for staying with us, guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Good morning. We're all together in the kitchen.
Yes,
with
we
our
are.
chef as well.
Yes.
Chef Oribebe.
Yes.
Oribebe. You see what happened? I said Oribebe. What does Oribebe mean, actually?
It's like a nickname given to me by my dad, just like Bobo. What does it mean? But
Really? Your dad gave you the nickname Oribebe?
Yeah, but I feel like
Oribebe, like shea butter Ori.
Okay. It's Ori Babes.
Okay, Ori Babes.
Because I could have also said shea butter baby. Ori baby.
But my actual name is Oriolua, so I feel we
now it makes sense. Exactly. Ori babes.
You look really nice today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's one of my many innovations.
She makes them work. I don't know.
Just a reminder, guys. I own a fashion brand.
Yeah.
And
if she didn't, what else would she do?
And we are located on the island. So if this is something that you like, hit me up.
In any case,
yes. So I recently caught up on a report that says excessive use of perfumes can cause cancer.
Oh wow. So, are you going for a checkup anytime?
Because
when you are
used one like few seconds ago, but I feel like some of these things shouldn't be taken for granted. You know, like I feel like everything now is causing cancer. Even the food that we eat, they say not that they say actually, based on research. Let's not even joke about this. There are certain radicals, free radicals, that are that are usually emitted from the cooker.
Yeah,
whether you're using a gas cooker or stove or any sort of ware, there are free radicals that are actually, emitted, that get into the food, that actually cause you, cancer.
So it's scary because there are different types of cancer and different things supposedly causing, cancer in many people. But we have to say that there is no actual research that says A plus B equals to the big C. Just so that everyone understands that all these things are just speculations. There are a lot of scientific, what's the term? Well, there is a lot of scientific research towards, possible things leading to cancer. However, one thing we know is that people that are more prone to cancer have been able to curb it with changing their lifestyle, getting rid of all sorts of foods that have food coloring and preservatives, apparently microwaving food a certain way, like canned food, processed food. So all that research has helped people who were living with it sort of, head edge away from it, or be what's that term they use whenever they check you every month or every 3 months for cancer. They said that it's in remission. That's what they say.
Yeah, remission.
Yeah. So hopefully those are the kinds of things we need to put in place to make sure that it's not happening anymore.
But I just feel like, we live in an era where, we would always hear that too much of everything is not good. But how do you define excess when it comes to perfume? Especially like how many puffs will you say is too much? Especially when we're not even buying the original. And at the end of the day, we need to put as many puffs as we can put to even smell very good. You know what I'm saying? So is it the amount? Is it the amount of the liquid on you, or when is it too much?
So now you're not even talking about deodorants.
Exactly.
Deodorants as well.
Just think about this. You're in Lagos where things are tough. As you don't even have your own car, so you need to put in. You use. After you're done with your bathing soap, you use your body lotion, then you use your roll-on, then you use your body spray,
all of
then
these
you
things
use your
have chemical
perfume.
substances.
Just because you want to smell nice.
Just because you want to smell nice.
So
just because you want to smell nice.
Are we now saying everybody should just smell?
That's another form of cancer. That's another form of cancer. Because
So the issue is there are actually some other herbal forms of deodorant now. I've been reading up on this, funny enough.
Yeah.
And apparently things like cloves, you know, there's some herbs, things like rosemary. There's some oils you can mix with a lot of herbs.
Lemon oil.
Yes, lemon oils. Those are all more natural. Probably a little bit more expensive, but if you, God forbid, have family
you know how
history,
difficult it is in this economy to
but people with family history,
but then
like cancer know what they are looking for.
This was
cancer know what they are looking for. Just you can't. If you let me tell you why. See, you cannot live a life where you're guarding or guarded every single minute and think you cannot, because you know what. The next day you hear another story. If you take too much of water, or if you take too much of this, you take too much of that.
There are so many scientific studies. But then again, I feel like we shouldn't. This is something we shouldn't be lackadaisical about it. Let's not be nonchalant about it. I mean, if they brought it to our attention, let's pay attention to it and let's take it seriously. But then again, it was actually supposed to be a news mention. Now you guys have like
it's fine. So
there were a few other stories that actually I know, but there were a few other stories that got our attention. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to say that apparently some of the foods we eat actually cause body odor. The oily foods, the very oily foods, things that have a lot of cholesterol apparently cause body odor. I don't know, I read it somewhere. I'm not saying it's true. But
okay, let's ask the chef now. Do you think there are meals that you would take that would actually affect the body odor? But I would give terrible body odor.
You can't say.
I can't say.
But
I make healthy meals. I don't think
okay. I see what you're doing there. All right. Making daddy proud.
Right, I know. Still on the streets of socials, there's a particular story that got our attention, and reason it did is because we see a lot more alarming cases. I don't know if it is because the media is reporting more of it, and that is we see more reports now of domestic violence and domestic abuse in marriages. And so there was one I saw yesterday. It was a video of a man beating a woman, and he was actually hitting her with a bat?
No, it was a table tennis
panel. Paddle, hitting her with it and then pulling her around in front of the kids. And then someone was recording it, and I kept on asking myself, so the person recording it, I understand.
It was a child recording it.
It didn't sound like a child was recording it.
It was a child recording that thing. It was one of the kids. It was a child recording that thing, and I don't think the person recording it had any say or could do anything about it. And the truth is, in the comment section, I read further, and it said that that the woman had reported the man multiple times.
Yes,
he had been arrested multiple times.
But the police keep saying it's a family issue.
It's a family issue. I don't know if a repeat offender keeps being reported over and over. Something needs to be done, and someone needs to rescue that woman from that situation, because scary.
In my line of work, and not just as a broadcast journalist, but also because as an advocate for women and girl children, I come across a lot of these cases, and I have even personally experienced where someone went to report to the police, but they would always, as much as they would step in, but they wouldn't step in the manner at which you would expect them to step in. And I'm talking about the police now, because they always say it's a family issue, go and deal with it. But then again, people, they actually do. They actually do. In a lot of, and this is something that I have personally experienced. It is really sad. But then, like I said, there's an extent to which the police can also wade in on these issues, and that's why we have NGOs. We have Lagos State has a domestic sexual violence and response team that is very active on issues like this, on cases of domestic violence. They don't even play with it, and I would say that to an extent, for the police, to the extent at which they wade in on these issues is also because we have seen cases where some of these cases are reported, and then the wife drops
the charge
or the husband drops it, because I mean the domestic violence is a two-way street. It's not only women that suffer domestic violence. Men also suffer domestic violence. We've seen cases where the women eventually come and say, no, it's my husband, we'll handle it as a family issue, and then the police will say, okay, it's okay, now you people go and handle it, because then again it is still a family issue.
So in any other, well, I won't say any other country, in a lot of countries, assault is assault, and it's treated as assault and battery. It's not treated as domestic violence in terms of once it gets to the police station. And the truth is that woman probably has actual physical signs of injury, right? All these things should be documented and kept as a case is built. So in the end, a man like that, obviously, it's not the first time he's doing this to her. And if she has reported over time, and eventually what she can do is collect all this documentation, all the evidence, and then hand it over to a lawyer who can now help her sort things out. Whether it is I'm not saying a divorce lawyer. I'm saying a lawyer that can get justice for the assault and battery issue of things, right? So my main concern now is the kids and what they are seeing, right? And they're seeing a man beat on a woman first, not just daddy beat on mommy. A man beating on a woman. If there's a male child there or a girl child there, that is going to be ingrained. So
imagine the effect that this has on the kids. I mean, there are different angles to definitely approach this, but then again, I would say that even someone watching now might say, oh, I cannot afford a lawyer, or I don't have a lawyer to reach out to. But there is the Domestic Sexual Violence and Response Team. They are open 24/7. You reach out to them. So just Google them. Their information is right on there. The minute you call them, somebody is ready to get on your case as immediately, as quick as possible. So and if you know someone who's also going through this sort of ordeal, I mean, reach out to them as well.
Please make sure you use social media to speak as much as you can. Tell your stories. It's very important as well. Please use the social media hashtag #WakeUpNigeria to tell us stories, or if you have anything if you've ever heard anything like this as well. Do not go anywhere, guys. Wake Up Nigeria continue. So, we'll be right back.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Entertainment to me means fun and knowledge, being a singer. When you sing a song or a theater art or a visual art, you are actually telling a story. You can do a drama that inspired people and tell them a story and give them some kind of inspiration and knowledge. Yeah, to me basically, entertainment means fun and knowledge.
civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angelou was born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. Angelou had a difficult childhood. Her parents split up when she was very young. Around the 1960s, Angelou lived in Ghana working as an editor and a freelance writer. Angelou also held a position at the University of Ghana for a time before she joined a community of revolutionist returnees exploring Pan-Africanism and became close with human rights activist and black nationalist leader Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. In 1961, Angelou appeared in an off-Broadway production of Jean Genet's The Blacks with James L. Jones, Lou Gossett Jr. and Cicely Tyson, and went on to earn a Tony Award nomination for her role in the play Look Away in 1973 and an Emmy Award nomination for her work on the television miniseries Roots 1977, among other honors. Angelou's career has seen numerous accolades, including the Chicago International Film Festival's 1998 Audience Choice Award and a nod from the Acapulco Black Film Festival in 1999 for Down in the Delta. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, more than 50 honorary degrees, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She also won 2 NAACP Image Awards in the Outstanding Literary Work Non-Fiction category for her 2005 cookbook and 2008 Letter to My Daughter. After experiencing health issues for a number of years, Angelou died on May 28, 2014 at her home in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. In May 2021, it was announced that Angelou will be one of the first women to be commemorated with a new series of quarters from the U.S. Mint.
Thanks for staying with us. You know, right here on the show, we are big promoters of movies. And right here on the couch is Tofumi Akinsheye. She's a visionary magazine publisher and PR specialist, fueled by an unwavering passion for storytelling and a relentless dedication to showcasing the extraordinary talent that Africa, particularly Nigerians, contribute to the global entertainment industry. As the dynamic founder and publisher of Savvy magazine, Tofumi has curated 16 editions and counting, becoming a beacon of celebrating Africans excelling in various industries. And today she's here to talk about the movie marketing business and what makes a movie sell. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well. It's lovely to see you.
Lovely
Beautiful,
to meet you.
by
Thank
the way.
you so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome. Yeah.
What makes a movie sell?
I think we have different factors that makes a movie sell.
Right.
The first thing is to understand the identity of the movie and to also treat movie as a product and as a brand.
Okay, so sorry. Let me rephrase the question,
Okay.
so that we are tailoring it to, you know, the niche.
Okay.
In terms of, so there's the cinema, and then there's live stream platforms.
Yeah.
There's streaming platforms right
I
now
understand that.
have become a rave.
Yeah.
Especially YouTube, because
Yeah.
now there are a lot more people that would rather go to YouTube because it's free to watch a movie than go to the cinema. Which, of course, the cinema, there are certain specific people that take them to the cinema that they want to see because they are at the cinema.
Yeah.
Right. So now let's tailor them to each niche.
Okay.
Now, what makes a movie sell at the cinema?
Okay.
And what makes it sell on the streaming
All right, so for the cinema, we're going to look at the star power.
Right.
You know, people will go out to watch their favorites.
Right.
People will go out to watch people they watched growing up, you know, the Nollywood stars, right? And then another thing that we're beginning to see is a disruption in how movie is being marketed and how movie is being sold. And then we've had the likes of producers like Funke Akindele who have come to disrupt that space in terms of how she markets a movie. So she understands and she treats movies going to the cinema like an event. In fact, I would liken it to a political campaign, right? Because when you're vying for an office, you begin to make a lot of noise even before the day of election. You begin to build a community, you begin to build a fan, you begin to sell your vision and your mission to people before, you know, the day of election, right? Because you're trying to gather the votes. And that's the same thing that applies to cinema. You need to begin to build a lot of rave, you know, a lot of conversation, you know, around the movie, because people have to leave their houses, think about traffic a whole lot, and then take money out of their pockets to go see the movie. Exactly, and their fuel as well, you know, to go see their movie. So producers who understand this and who treat the movie, especially movies going to the cinema as an event, understand that a lot has to go in place before the movie is being premiered. And then I also think that this really producers who already have a large fan base and have a strong personal brand would do better for movies going to the cinema, because this way they can latch on the numbers that they have, they can latch on their existing fan base. It's way easier for producers who do not have that large fan base. It's better for them to take their movies to streaming platforms, right?
So are you saying now that the cinemas should be only for movie producers who can afford to have their monies?
Yes, for marketing.
Because not every producer, not every movie producer, you know, can afford to have a huge marketing budget.
Exactly.
Now there's marketing and then there's PR.
There's PR as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Not every producer can afford to, you know, have that, which of course also affects the credibility of, you know, movies.
The movies, yes.
Because then we see movies who are not, you know, with very baseless storylines do so well at the cinemas.
Exactly.
And then we see movies with great storylines, and you know, we see awesome talents being, you know, showcased in these movies, and then they're not doing so well.
Sadly, right? I think that we can all take learnings from this.
Okay.
I have worked on movie projects for big producers, and I've also worked on movie projects with producers who don't have as much fan bases as this popular producers, right? So I mean, everybody should have an opportunity, you know, to compete fairly, but it's just that this is where we are right now. This is the reality, and producers need to wake up to the fact that it is 2025. Social media is everything. It's at the core of everything that we do. And like I said, they need to begin to see movies as a brand and as a product. So how do you sell? You can't sell any brand or any product in 2025 without taking into cognizance social media. So it means the producers need to begin to build their personal brand, need to begin to grow and build a loyal community, so that over time it translates into loyal fans who were ready, you know, to go all out to go see your movie wherever.
Let's talk about leveraging brands for a minute, because I would like to think that to be able to market your products, you need to be able to leverage on brands, collaborate.
Exactly.
Now, I think also being strategic about the sort of collaborations that you're yearning for or that you're vying for is also very important. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's very important. And like, you know, when I started my conversation, I spoke about brand, and movie producers need to go beyond just thinking about releasing a movie to carving an identity for themselves. Right? We can think about popular producers. When you think about Kole Afolayan, you think about Yoruba mythology, right? If you think about a theme like King of Boys, you think about politics, you think womanhood, you think Kemi Adetiba. When you think about Funke Akindele, you think edutainment. So it's a mix of education and a mix of entertainment. So it means that producers need to begin to carve an identity for themselves. So when I hear your name, I think of a particular genre Or I think about a particular, you know, maybe you're speaking about socially conscious conversation. There has to be something about you, because this is what then translates into brand wanting to have something to do with you, because you've earned their trust over a period of time, and what your mission, your vision, your values is spelled out, and it's easier for you to bring them on board and for them to want to be a part of your project.
Do you think having a niche for yourself also as a movie producer also helps, it's easier to be able to reach out to your target audience and the people that you want to sell your product to?
Absolutely. Afunke Akindele, for example, there is no single movie of hers, no matter how entertaining it is, you know that there's always something to pick from.
Right.
She's always addressing social ills and, you know, every other issues affecting us. You always know there is something to look out for.
Right.
From different audiences, the Gen Z, the millennials. I mean, my mother is always looking out for movies, because she's like, oh, just like it's not just about entertainment. I mean, there's always something to pick out from a movie. You know, so it's very, very important that you have a clear direction of what you want to really do as a movie producer, and that you're carving a niche where people can identify themselves, and most important, ensure that it's very cultural resonant.
Where do you come in?
Okay.
In all of this?
In all of this, I would say, man, I've worked on several movie projects in terms of PR. I've worked with female cinemas for over 2 years, working on some projects, both international and local projects. We handle the PR for the West African Black Panther. We also worked on Avatar, we've worked on Orisha, we've worked on Adire.
So where's room for young and upcoming producers?
Well, I think the most important thing I would say is understand your brand.
Understand your brand.
Yes.
I think we'll leave it on that note.
Okay, then.
Thank you so much, Tofumi. This has been an eye-opener.
Same here.
And I'm sure someone watching right now is, okay, I've learned one or two from this conversation, and I'm just going to work on the product and then carve a niche for yourself. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
The show continues, people. We'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Nigerian national flag represents our country's history, culture, and identity. It was designed.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jammies.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show. I can go. I can. That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name is Rema, and this one is called.
Like that, the second hour is about to begin, and guess what? It's about to get even better. You don't want to go anywhere anymore.
Yeah, we're still on a mission to keep you entertained and brighten your screen till the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Remember to keep the conversation going. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC on all our social media platforms. And of course, you can catch us live on tvcentertainment.tv.
Or you can also join us on GOTV channel 16, UHF 49, and all the streaming platform. I mean, we are everywhere on your favorite social media apps at TVC Entertainment _ on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok. We're everywhere. Everywhere.
So I just recently revived my ex.
Your ex?
Not my ex, but you get where I'm going, my ex.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
My Twitter.
Okay, it's fine when you revived your ex.
Yes.
Because like something happened to your ex
No.
and you guys brought him back
to life. I mean, I just revived my 21,000 followers on X. Just saying.
All right.
If you're not following me on here, please go ahead. You can follow me now. I had a lot of complaints that people couldn't follow, and I'm like, okay, everything's good now, guys.
Awesome.
But we have music coming your way very, very soon.
Yes.
Zeme is going to be lifting our souls today.
Yeah, she is an anointed gospel artist, songwriter, dynamic performer, committed to spreading the transformative message of Christ worldwide.
Yes,
we cannot
indeed.
wait to have her give us an amazing music.
And on parenting, we're discussing to spank or not to spank, rethinking discipline in the toddler years. Now, we have a dynamic entrepreneur, early childhood education expert, Judith Isiakwo. She's going to be here having that conversation.
All right, for a final conversation, we're joined by actor and Christian content creator, Iyo Prosper. Now, he has carved a unique niche by blending faith, culture, and comedy, making the Bible relatable for a new generation of Nigerian audiences. As a matter of fact, he won the Digital Content Creator, the AMVCAs. Yeah. We cannot wait to discuss that one.
That's not just an award for him, that's an award for Christ as well.
It is an award for Christ. It is an award for everyone who believes in Christ and are ready to speak the message as well. Wow.
Whether you're almost set to go out of the house or anything like that, whether the weather is coming up. I was trying to find a way to link it, but hey, we have to give you, it didn't enter.
Yes, because I don't know, whenever I do it, it doesn't work. All right, but when you do it, you just have a real, I'm not affecting you. I'm not affecting you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's check out the weather, guys. Welcome back. And it's time for some music. What would Wake Up Nigeria be without music? Ah, goodness me, I have no idea. We have music every morning, and today we have Winnie Ezeme with us. She's going to be lifting our souls today. She is an anointed gospel artist, songwriter, and dynamic performer. She is committed to spreading transformative message of Christ worldwide. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you need to talk to us a little bit about your journey. When did you start performing for Christ?
Okay, thank you very much. I've been singing for as long as I remember. I think as early as 12.
Oh, wow.
I was already singing, but I didn't take it seriously until sometime 2013. Okay. When I was like, you know what? This is my passion. This is what I love. I've grown to love this so much because it's like a safe room for me to express myself. And I noticed that every time I had the opportunity to sing, I always got this feedback like, that was good. I felt you when you were singing. So I took it up from there.
Okay. And do you have a core message for your music?
Yes, I have a core message for my music, and it might come off as cliche, but the core message is Christ and Christ alone, Christ's love, Christ's mercy, His grace, as I have experienced it.
Of course.
And I want to let the world know that Jesus reigns.
Jesus reigns. And the name of the song is?
You Reign.
You Reign.
Yeah.
A perfect combination here. All right, it's time for us to have this amazing performance. Take it away.
Thank you so much.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known, for when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century, speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brand, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Welcome back. On parenting this morning, we have an interesting conversation. To spank or not to spank? Rethinking discipline in the toddler years. With us, we have dynamic entrepreneur, early childhood education expert, Judith Usiakwo. It's great to have you back with us.
I'm happy to be here. Good morning, Titi.
Welcome. So this topic has come and gone over the years. We hear the old adage, spare the rod, spoil the child. And it would be remiss of me to not at least say it once during this conversation. But now it does feel like the issue of discipline has evolved. So what angle are you coming from from your train of thought?
So, do not spank, really. Especially in the toddler years.
Do not?
Yes, do not.
Hey!
It's not effective.
I hope nobody has changed the channel right now. Don't worry, she'll make her point. Don't change the channel yet. Where are you going with this? Don't spank?
Yes, don't spank.
Okay, so what do you suggest a parent does?
So research has it that spanking is just what I'll call blind obedience. So you're getting the child to obey by force.
Okay.
A lot of times they really don't understand why they should do what you want them to do. Okay. So really, so you should focus on teaching the skill. You should focus on explaining to them what they've done wrong so that they can decide between right and wrong, right? So it's really not, spanking doesn't do any of that. Instead, spanking instills fear. It instills shame. It even makes you want to start to hide some things. I'm sure growing up, there are things you never wanted your mom to do.
So wait, everything you've just said is actually what I was hoping. I was hoping for them to be afraid to not make that mistake again. I was also hoping for them to feel ashamed of what they've done. What you did was bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. And then the third one was what? What was the third one you mentioned?
So I mentioned hiding. Yeah.
Hiding.
I need to do it again.
Omo, you hide all those devilish things, though. You must hide it. I must not see it. But so that's just to make light of things. But in truth, there are some things like brain resetting that some children need, and when I say need, it does get to a point where a parent does feel a level of frustration at correcting over and over with words, and they see no other option. So what do you say to that?
So we first even need to look at the definition of discipline, right? Okay. So discipline means to train.
Okay.
Discipline is to train, and when it comes to training, you train in love.
Okay.
You want to be able to still maintain that connection with your child. Sure. That's not to say there shouldn't be boundaries. There should be boundaries. Okay. Children should know what to and what not to do. Okay. Right? So the way to go about it is to first set boundaries. Let it be clear. Right? Your boundaries should be clear. So for a toddler, for example, a toddler is jumping on a couch or something, and you are saying, stop jumping. Okay. You've not given a clear instruction. What you should say is sit. Because the toddler's brain can't really process that stop jumping as opposed to saying sit.
Okay.
Right? So give clear instructions. Consequences are great. Okay. Consequences are great, but like they do not need to be physical.
Like what? There is a child running amok in a public place. Now, we've heard these stories many times. A child is running amok in the supermarket in Nigeria, let's add that, and something breaks. Are you saying that correction is not, actually giving that boy a hiding in front of all the other mothers and fathers that are judging you for your parenting or lack of parenting skills?
Yes. So
what would you say?
That will stop the behavior at the moment.
Okay.
But you will find that if you ask other parents, the child might go to another supermarket again and still run. Have you really taught anything through that spanking? Okay. So when it comes to discipline, what you should be saying is, do I want to stop this behavior now? Or do I want a permanent solution to this? Right?
Permanent solution being what? What would the permanent solution be? Let's actually act it out now. What is the scenario? What does a parent say or do with this child on the spot?
So prior to that time, the child probably would have been running at home and doing all of that. Even in school, children run. Yeah. And then you don't say stop running, you say walking fit. So you tell them what to do and not what not to do, right? So you go walking fit, and then they start to use their walking fit. But if the child insists, you can lightly grab your child to stop them from running. Not necessarily spank.
So you hold the child?
You can hold the child firmly. And firmly tell the child, you're going to hurt yourself if you keep running. But you have to be firm. So being firm is not spanking. So I'm not saying be a permissive parent who just allows anything goes. But I'm saying do not use physical violence as a means of correction. Because in that case, what you're also teaching a young child is when someone does something wrong, if you're bigger than the person, what you should do is hit the person.
Okay, so you are saying it is tantamount to bullying. It is in fact showing the child that if that child is bigger than another child, they can also do the same.
Because we found that even in school, at my preschool, we found that when children, if you see a child that eats another child, when we try to trace where it's coming from, you hear the parents say, oh, I spanked him. So they feel a way of correction for toddlers. They feel a way to correct another child. When someone does something wrong to you, the best way is to spank. Yes, as opposed to redirecting the person, telling the person clearly what you need and firmly.
So now let's come back to the parent that is doing the spanking. That parent was probably spanked by their parent. And automatically we ask, well, I turned out okay. I look good. I have a good job. I studied for my exams. I passed to a certain extent. I'm good. I was spanked. I'm good. But I guess it might be different in 2025.
Oh, yes, it is. So we get that. So my parents spanked me and I'm fine, right? And then I say, we turned out okay. Did we now?
So you're saying we didn't actually? Did we actually
So if you look at the emotional part of it, we have a lot of adults who have anxiety issues. We have a lot of adults who have anger issues. We have a lot of adults who have poor conflict resolution skills. They find it really difficult to resolve conflicts because they weren't taught how to. what they know. But if you connect the dots back to how we were raised, you find that there was something in the discipline. We weren't really trained.
Yeah. So now, those anxiety issues and probably, you know, anger issues, sometimes it's not as bad as, you know what we see in the movies, for instance. But I'm thinking about those parents that along the line found a way to deal with these issues. They were able to learn with it, learn or grow through those issues as adults. Maybe they got therapy, or they, you know, they gave their life to Christ. Something helped them along the way. But guess what? They're not in jail. They're not they're not on the most wanted list. They're not, you know, I'm just saying there's some kids you see abroad who have become serial killers and all sorts of things because their parents did not just spank that nonsense out of them.
So
you know,
spanking is different from discipline.
Okay.
Right?
So how do we discipline?
So to discipline, as I said earlier, I'm not saying be a permissive parent who allows anything go. Yes, but you do not need to use spanking as a tool to discipline.
You give me another tool. Oh yeah, give me tool now.
So you
I need a tool. You said not spank.
Don't spank. So set clear expectations from the beginning. Let your children know from day one, these are the rules in this house. This is what we do with this. This is what we do with that. You find a lot of children appear to be more behaved in school, better behaved in school than at home. It's because there are rules. Not everything just goes in school, right? So there are class rules, there are school rules. So have that at home too. Have clear rules, right? Clear expectations. Then let there be consequences. Your children need to understand cause and effect from a very young age. If you do this, this happens. But you need to communicate it before you even get there.
Okay,
right?
so it's not when the issue happens.
Yes,
you start
but of course there are some issues you can't really predict, right? So when it happens, you then get to discuss it and all of that. So yes, have cause and effect, consequences for actions. Have time ins. So in those days it used to be time outs, but now you say, okay, have time in. Send your child to the room. Think about what you've done. What do you think about it? Have a conversation around it.
I'm hearing my mother talking to me right now. So I want to give you a little scenario. I hope we have time. Let me give you a little scenario. This happened when my twins were about 3 years old. And I was on a balcony talking with some friends, and we're at an event, so there was a lot of loud music. And I just saw one of the twins come walk past me on the balcony and put her head through the balcony bars. Now, this is not our home. This is outside in public. And she put her head through the bars. And I'm like, I was talking to someone. I was like, excuse me, one moment. Little lady, is that the best idea? Is that a good idea? No, mommy. She went inside and she went to play with her friends. 5 minutes later, as they say, she came back again. She put her head, now put her shoulder. Hey!
Maybe that's a better idea.
I said, excuse me, one moment. Excuse me, little lady, get inside now. Okay, I gave a clear instruction. That's clear instruction, are we? 3 minutes later. Oh, baby girl put her head, put her hand and shoulder, now put leg. Hey! I said, excuse me, one moment. All the women there had been silently judging me for not spanking her all that time. And I gave her the hiding of her life. Now, when she sees balcony, what does she do? She turns back. Because they'll say, what was the mother looking at? She put her head, put her hand, put leg. You were still looking. Are you kidding me right now? You say,
yes, you were looking, right? And you told her to get inside.
Yes.
So as I said, with spanking and all, we don't explain the why. You said to get inside. But I don't think you did tell her how dangerous it was for her to put herself in.
I don't want her to know how dangerous it was.
She needs to know.
And she will never know.
You need to tell her how dangerous that is. So you gave her an instruction, get inside. Yes, she went in and then she came back out to do the exact same thing. So I wouldn't say the instruction was clear. Right? So yes, the spanking stopped it. But talking to her about it would have done the same thing without leaving any adverse effect. of our being publicly disgraced and being spanked.
Yes.
And when it comes to parenting, can we really focus on our child?
Not
like
focus
on your children and not other people, really. Focus on your child.
Not my sister.
Not the judgment.
And my
because people will always judge. As a parent, they will judge you. As a single lady, they will judge you. That's all of that will always happen in our society, right? But as time goes on, you'll see the effects of what you're doing, and you'll be better off for it, and your child too will be better off for it.
Judith, I know this is not a conversation that can end today. It is a debate for the decades, to spank or not to spank. Please let us know your thoughts. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and let me know, did I spank her well enough or not? We'll be back after this.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
It's a mean of getaway, heart of hustle and bustling in Lagos, at Lagos, with Lagos, about Lagos, and it's the vice that gives me joy. Entertainment is creativity. Entertainment is way of life. Entertainment is how you can describe it. That thing. That thing that gives you that thing that's specific. That's entertainment to me.
All right, we're back in the kitchen, guys. I know how much you guys have been waiting to find out what's happening in the kitchen and how the jollof rice is going. And I'm not alone. I am not alone. I am with the amazing, the beautiful, the one, the only, the electrifying Chef
Oribebe.
Oribabes.
Yeah.
Oribabes. We have Oribabes. Yeah, I don't like that Oribebe. Oribabes.
Okay,
the Gary Queen.
Oh, please.
I will for you.
No, I accept it.
You accept it?
Yes.
I reject it for you. You not be Gary Queen. I reject it.
Never can tell.
I reject it. All right. Now, so tell us, what are we making? For those that are just joining us, they would like to hear, what are we making right now?
We are making,
what did we make? Okay. What have we made so far?
To both of them. Smoky suya jollof rice.
Smoky suya jollof rice.
With honey glazed chicken.
With honey glazed chicken.
Yeah.
Woo. All right, so tell us all the ingredients you used and then quickly just tell us the process.
Okay. For the ingredients, vegetable oil, butter, onions, garlic, tomato paste.
Wow.
Jollof pepper base and rice, of course. Then bay leaf,
It's also
and the
very,
suya
the
pepper,
suya,
yes.
Exactly.
And
All right, for those of you that are home, yes, you can just look at your screen right now and take all the ingredients there. Take a screenshot or take a recording if you want to do that as well. Yeah, but basically you can just write it down. If you're on YouTube, you can watch the video again, go back and watch, the process. You can also just take a screenshot as well.
Yeah.
It's super incredible that you were doing this so fast. Like, how long did it take you to put everything from start?
1 hour max.
1 hour, just an hour max. Okay, cool. Let's see what it looks like inside. Now you've added foil because you can open it. You can open it, so it gives that smoky feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, it gives that smoky.
And I added veggies, that's carrot and yellow pepper, just for nutrients and just garnish. And
nice. This is super good. This is super good. I cannot wait to dig in and dive into this one.
It is amazing too.
Okay, now for a final conversation, we are joined by an actor and a Christian content creator, Iyo Prosper. Now he is an amazing content creator. This is someone who has built his brand and carved a unique niche by blending faith, culture, and comedy, making the Bible relatable for a newer generation of Nigerian audiences. Again, this is a young man who just won the Digital Content Creator of the Year at the AMVCAs. And we cannot wait to have this interview with you, with this brilliant, hilarious, allow me to use that word, hilarious content creator. Let's check out a comedy sketch that he made recently. Let's see it.
We don't judge. We listen. We don't judge. We don't judge. Okay, King, remember the garden your father talks about, Garden of Eden? Yes. That he said that we left. We didn't actually leave. God chased us out because of me. I went and ate the food that he said I should not eat because a snake gave it to me and said to make me to be wise. A snake. How did you? We listen, we don't judge. I killed Abel. Now lie. Come, we listen, we don't judge. Adam, don't judge. Adam, confess, come quick. We don't judge. We judge. Ken, we judge. Adam! We listen, we don't judge. Potiphar. Remember one boy one time that you brought to the house that you now made your chief servant? Joseph, that's his name. That nonsense boy we tried to. I'm the one that tried to seize him. You no agree. Darling, we don't judge. Okay. How will you bring such a fine boy to the house knowing that I'm still young and vibrant? No, now. It's your fault, Seth. I will judge you. I no feel hold myself. I know you get luck say you no even grieve, not for the same every day. Jesus. We don't judge. We don't judge. That's how the game is. We're trying to prepare for dining. John, why people should bring more chairs? But something big is coming, So we're currently preparing for a very big feast with our master. I'll post everything on Snaps. Rice and stew very plenty. We don't have time. Please hurry up. Where have you been? Find something to do. We don't have time. This Judas boy, which kind of chair is this one? Which kind of chair is this now?
Oh, Iyo Prosper is who we have right here with us. He's an actor, Christian content creator. He has carved a unique niche for himself by blending faith, culture, and comedy, making the Bible relatable for a new generation of Nigerian audiences. We listen, we don't judge. Bible edition. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
It's such a pleasure to meet with you.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine as well.
You've been doing this for 2 years. At what point did you get to? Did you decide that this is what I want to do in terms of having a niche, especially because where the industry is saturated with a lot of content creators that are, doing different things that seem acceptable. At what point did you decide that I want to cater to the Christian audiences?
Well, there was not really a particular point I said I wanted to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of happened naturally because I dabbled into a few content here and there, but this particular one just felt like I was supposed to be here. It was just very easy, very natural. And then I kept on seeing some messages. Oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, I was touched by your. I started seeing people saying I was touched by your content. I was like, okay. From one, it became a lot. Yeah. So that's how I found myself here.
Okay. Now, for every content that you create, because you seem to find sometimes it feels like I'm watching your content and then I'm like, I actually thought of this. Or I actually thought of this. It's like as if you're going into the minds of people to actually reenact what they would actually, would have imagined.
Yeah.
How did you come about that? How do you talk to us about the creative process for every of your contents?
Okay, so when I'm in church and I hear some, because like my Sunday school days, I'll be like, how did this person actually feel? Because we never get to hear those
right.
Like this person had a mom. How did this person's mom feel? Like Mary now, for instance. Right. I did the story of Mary from Mary's mom's point of view.
Right.
I did like from from other people's point of view, like about like you just see your daughter now is pregnant. Oh yeah, like so like I did that. I started putting that into I started visualizing that, like putting it into my videos and all that, and people could relate. Yeah, I just let my own intrusive thoughts come out. Yeah.
Did you have to, study the Bible?
Yes, of course. Because the thing is, so the thing with this my kind of content is that if you make any mistake,
exactly, you'll be criticized for
they
it.
Will so drag you.
Right.
It has happened before. Like there was a time I did something earlier in my content. I made. Okay, I was doing Hagar and Sarah, and I made I did because Isaac was 14 years younger than Ishmael.
Ishmael, yeah.
So and I didn't get that.
Oh.
Yeah, so
you thought they were age
I have now gone to damage control. Like when I saw, I was like, oh my god, it's true, because I saw it in the comment section, like, oh my god, no, Isaac was. I now had to go back and when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, no, I had to now make a video to do damage control and all that. So ever since then, I said I must get my facts right before I do anything.
Let's talk about how you handle criticism, because you are in a generation where the cancel culture is eminent, especially with content creators. I don't know how you guys do it when it comes to your mental health. How do you handle, times where you're being criticized, where you're being called out for the kind of content that you create? Talk to us about, how you respond to them.
I've not really had much criticism.
Okay.
It's all been mostly love,
Okay.
But yeah, I've had a few bad comments here and there, but I don't have strength for those kind of comments. I always block, delete and block. For real, I don't really
delete
and block. Yeah, because I don't like stress. Right from my childhood,
right.
I don't like stress. Anything that's going to stress my mental health, I block. I get some people sending me, there was a blog that posted me one time for something that was very, very nasty,
right.
and someone sent it to me. I was like, don't ever try this again. I know you might be looking out for me, but don't ever send me such. I don't want to ever. Once I just see that you are going left, I just block you and delete your comment and I block you.
I love your approach to it. Let's talk about your win at the AMVCA. Congratulations, because that is a huge win. Nobody saw it coming, especially because there were other strong contenders on that category. Talk to us about the submission process to the point where you got the win.
Okay, so this particular video that got me the win was the list on my list. I submitted it on the last day of submission because I didn't want to submit it, but I felt like it was the Holy Spirit. I just kept saying submit that video. So I just got back from the gym. I was like, okay, let me just quickly submit it, because I had some other stuff that were quite good, that I thought were good, that I submitted, they're actually good, because I submitted that one few hours to the closure, and when I got nominated, I was really shocked. My name was the first, Iyo Prosper. I was like, wow. I got a call. I was not watching the show, so I just got a call. You've been nominated. My phone was ringing. Everybody was so, Then fast forward to the award show. I didn't think I was going to win. I didn't even. It was so crazy. I almost didn't want to come for the award shows because I was like, I had to fly all the way to Lagos and all that. So when I got called up, I was not even in the hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't want to go into details for
where you went to.
Yeah, but I was not even know. That's how bad it was, because I didn't think I was gonna win.
Right.
I didn't think I was gonna win.
Right. My favorite contents is the reality TV, the reality housewives of the Bible. I particularly love that one. The way you portrayed Potiphar's wife. I think that was hilarious. Now let's talk about your parents.
Yeah.
Because the way they would taking this content would be a bit different from how, our peers would take it. So at the point, when you started off, what did your parents say about it? They say, hey, you're trying to be blasphemous, or you're trying
Not
to
really.
Okay.
Where it would have been a problem is if I was doing another kind of content.
Right.
If I had the whole, you know what I mean, like all those extra, because my parents are very, like Christian people.
Right.
So they were so happy that I was even doing the line of content I was doing.
Content.
So and my kind of content, I just tell stories from my point of view, from the average Nigerian point of view that they can't understand.
Right.
Because not everybody, I don't know how this will sound, not everybody reads the Bible, but people could people can watch stuff and get,
it brings
and then they will not want to
it.
they will not want to go and actually read. I see a lot of comments and it really makes me feel very happy.
Right.
And like, oh my God, I saw this, I like this, I had to go and
watch it.
Yeah, this is so crazy. So my parents really took it, they're taking it very well. They're my biggest fans. My dad is my biggest fan.
You mentioned while we were speaking earlier, which is what?
It's crazy to me.
It is crazy to you. Are you serious? Earlier when you talked about how the Holy Spirit influences you.
Yeah.
Let's lean deeper into it and how you get inspiration, from the Holy Spirit in terms of, the kind of content that, and most importantly, the message that you're trying to pass across. So even after, shooting the content and producing it, do you go back and say, am I passing the message that I want to get across to people through this content?
Yeah, there are some content that I have actually shot that I never posted.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't know. I never just felt at peace, after editing full-on content.
Wow.
But I never posted it because I didn't feel convicted to post it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because in as much as I'm trying to, pass a message, it's literally it's quite it's sacred. It's not even quite. It's actually sacred. So you have to be very careful how you pass these messages.
Right.
Yeah. So the Holy Spirit influences a lot of my stuff.
Fantastic, because it's very easy for it to be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
For it to be entertainment, not knowing that you are actually spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Oh, there was one I did during this past Easter. Oh my God, I love the reception it got, but then I was still getting some backlash. Yeah, and this content was really full-on evangelism. I'm not even kidding. It was a lot. It was a lot, but then I still some DMs. Why would you do that? Oh my God, no. And I'm
what's next for EO? What should we expect from EO?
Expect more. I intend to go into full-on production, movie production, YouTube. Yeah.
Faith-based.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, faith-based movies. Yeah. So I'm taking different people's lives, like Moses. We have Joshua. We have so many people just individually and just on YouTube.
I would like you to do the story of Jonah. Let's head over to the kitchen. Our chef has made something, because I imagine you saying, imagine what Jonah was thinking after he got out from the
video of that.
belly of the fish.
I did the video of that.
You want to show us a video of that while we're working together?
No.
No, the boy innocent. The boy, I get the video.
I agree. We'll speak to you in a moment. Jesus has been scourged, mocked, paraded around the city to his very own crucifixion.
What did he do there? I got the video. They arrest him for no reason. Wait. Oh.
Now, have you met Jesus before?
I sabi him.
Can you speak to his character?
Who?
Jesus is.
Who are you, Seth?
What if the crime he committed is real?
Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for him. Weep for yourselves and your children. this is done to the living branch, then what will be done to the dead ones? Oh, if you even knew the one you stole. Is heaven's only hope to save your soul? Do you each step you take?
Oh, you're getting us in our feelings this morning.
Hey, are you serious?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm telling you.
Stop that.
Just so you know, this is audition.